Trying to be liked by everyone is like trying to watch every single YouTube video ever created by a YouTuber, ever. It's not possible. Rather, it's like watching YouTube. When you do watch YouTube, you choose specific creators that you like, specific people who are interesting to you, and you focus on their content. And it's not so different from just talking to people in real life. Instead of trying to be liked by everyone, focusing on the people who you are actually interested in, the people who align with your values, your beliefs, those are the people you would rather invest and spend time with, compared to just being a needy spurg who wants to be liked by everyone. Because I used to be that guy. I used to be the guy who wanted to be friends with everyone because because I was craving validation. I was craving this sense of wanting to be liked by everyone so I could start talking to them, so I could feel included and a part of the group, because I felt like I was lonely, isolated, and I didn't know how to open my mouth and properly communicate with people. It didn't work because I was molding my personality, putting on an act and a persona to make other people like me, which was inherently out of my control. And people could notice it too. Like, it wasn't particularly subtle. People pick up on the fact that you are not being yourself, when you are not being authentic, when your intentions are specifically to make the other person like you. It just feels dishonest. And like, I've seen it when people have looked at me when I was in this phase of my life where I tried to be the person that other people wanted me to be, where I tried being funny, where I tried acting in a different way. People would notice me, people would talk to me, but people would never really be friends with me, where I wasn't liked or loved or hated by anyone. I was just kind of there. I was kind of invisible. And it didn't solve any of my problems. It only made things worse because the approach I was trying was one born out of desperation. And if it wasn't working because that's all I had to offer, what else was I going to do? And so it spiraled into me going downwards because I'd given it my best. I'd done the only thing I knew how to do, and even that was not good enough. And while this approach didn't work, what it did end up teaching me was the mistake I was making. The mistake of trying to appeal to everyone all at once. I shouldn't have been trying to appeal to anyone. That was the mistake, where instead of investing in myself, instead of being selfish about the sort of person I wanted to be, things that I found interesting and the things that I want to invest my time into, I was focused on things completely outside of my control. Other people, what other people wanted, what other people were interested in. I didn't even like everyone else, yet I was trying to be liked back by them. And do you see like the logic of that? Like how fucked up that sounds? I didn't even like the people I was craving validation from. Like, think about that for a moment. They didn't care about me. They didn't care about who I was. But I was so invested, so needy for any form of validation that they were the people I was focused on getting that validation from. When I realized that, it was shocking. Why was I doing that? Why was I so invested in those people in the first place? And the only solution that I found from what I read, from what I knew at that time, was to start investing in myself, to start improving my life and focusing on becoming a person who could actually interact with other people. And like, action steps on this sort of stuff would be, what were my values back then? And what values did I aspire to have? What goals did I want to set on the type of person that I wanted to become? Because this is more like an abstract sort of video on conversations, but your conversations are always going to be fucked if you're completely focusing on what the other person wants. Because if you're focusing on what the other person wants, you're never going to express yourself properly. You're never going to say what's truly on your mind. You're never going to be honest with the other person. And at first, like, the conversation may go well, but when things get deeper, it's just going to start having like this odd sense of disconnect between two people, because you'll stop yourself from saying what you truly think. The other person will kind of notice this on an unconscious level. The conversation just won't gel. You won't be happy. The other person won't really feel the vibe of the conversation, and it'll fall apart. Instead, being focused on what you find interesting and your values and living your life aligned to those values, you're not going to gel with every single person you meet. Not every single person is going to like you, but the people who do align with your values, the people who do follow the same path as you, you're going to find those people and you're actually going to want to interact and spend time with those people. Because I don't have like 50 friends, but the few friends that I do have, they go to the gym, they improve themselves, they're taking actions and working towards goals in their life. It sounds simple, and maybe it's different for you, but when I'm with those friends, I actually enjoy the time I'm spending with them. I actually enjoy and value what they think about the things that I say or the things that I'm thinking. Compared to like this random person on the street, I don't know anything about them. I don't know who they are, what their background is, what they are interested in. So why should I care about what they think when they don't know me? I don't know them. There's no value into any of that. There's no value in just being so obsessed about what the other person thinks. The solution to overcoming this is to stop being so needy. Is start figuring out, what do you value in your own life? Like if I had to ask you, what are your top 3 values? What are the things that anchor your life? What are the things that determine how you live? What would you say? Right? What things are you doing for yourself to make yourself your best self? Are you working towards being your best self? Are you going to the gym, taking care of your health, doing things that make you happy, doing things that make you better? If I had to ask you that question, are you invested in those things as well? The only antidote to being so obsessed about what other people are thinking or doing or feeling in the present moment is to take all of that energy you're giving away and putting it into yourself, about learning how to get better at conversations, about learning what's important to you, what is valuable and what is meaningful to you. That is the only way you can develop a life where you are surrounded by people you care about. And this is a process that took me a few years to get down right. But if you want to start doing it, make a list of things that you want to do. Make a list of your values. Make a list of like some social groups you could join. And what I mean by that is, if you're interested in doing a sport like track and field or martial arts, finding a gym or a dojo near your house, finding a club that you can train with, and then joining it and being invested in that sort of activity, it will be a huge step forwards in investing in your life and not being concerned about what other people may think about you. Because you don't give a fuck about their life, they don't give a fuck about your life. Why are you guys so invested in each other? So if you need an action step to take away from this video, write down a list of your values. 3 things that you value. Beneath that, write down where you want to be, the sort of person or individual you want to become. Whether that's being strong, confident, capable. Write down your goals for the person you aim to become, and then figure out what you need to do to invest within your own life to take action on those sort of things. Whether it be joining a social group, whether it be going outside and taking care of your health, or just prioritizing your own life in whatever way that may be for you. Take action on doing that. And don't delay, don't be needy, don't focus on everything that other people think about you, because it doesn't matter. You can't control it, so don't try to control it. Focus on what is in your control. Your life, your choices, your level of investment in yourself. And I guarantee you, if you take action on this, if you give it time, your life will change for the better. But aside from that, if you like this video, you can check out other videos on my channel, specifically about how to get better at talking to people. And other than that, thank you for watching. Have a good one.